Yay, Dawns ARKS! Welcome everyone to your weekly Phantasy Star Online 2 podcast, recorded live on January 2nd, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, PrinceBrightstar, and with me is Xance. Go ahead and say hello.
Happy New Year!
Indeed, a very happy new year to everybody that has made it. But we're going to be talking about 2020 in review here today as well. Amazingly, there was actually some good that came out of it here.
Well, especially on the Phantasy Star side, this was really the year for Phantasy Star with everything that's come out.
Exactly. But of course, before that, we also have some other big news here, and that is the fact that we are currently live on YouTube instead of Twitch today. So, yeah, we
Yay!
Yeah, it's been a combination of things here that kind of led to this decision, including the fact that it is the new year here. And that we're looking to kind of switch things up here, especially because the archive is now located here on YouTube. That was a project I had been working on over several months to try to get that all moved over to here. Plus the fact that Content ID usually doesn't trigger for Dawns ARKS, so at this point I kind of figure it's safe to bring it over here, rather than continuing to have to go through the process of doing it live on Twitch and then bringing things over onto YouTube after going through a whole re-encoding process. So this should make the archive a bit more higher quality than it has previously been.
Plus, you don't have to deal with a website that is constantly trying to break their site because of ad block. They want to stop the ad block because they want people to watch ads, so they're constantly breaking their site because of it.
Yeah, although we have to fault YouTube there as well, because they are in the process of now pushing ads on every video, not just only those that are partnered with them, but even those that haven't even reached the 1,000 sub mark at this point here. So
yeah, but like I said, they're not breaking their website because of trying to stop ad block. But even then, I have premium, so it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, same here. It's one of the better things that you can get. To help your YouTube experience. But yeah, at least for myself going forward, Dawns ARKS will be here on YouTube. Gameplay from PSO2 or whatever I happen to be playing will continue to be on Twitch, at least for the time being, until they decide to implement their own sort of content ID, at which point it's going to be kind of up in the air. But this is kind of the account that I want to keep safe in all of this here, so I might continue streaming over there.
Alrighty.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move into our main topic for today, which is 2020 in review. It was quite the year for us here when it came to Phantasy Star. And all of that kicked off, actually, initially back in 2019, with the announcement. Yep, 2019.
During the Xbox announcements.
Yeah, nobody saw it coming, that Phantasy Star Online 2 was finally coming to the West. And the closed beta for that happened between February 7th and February 8th of 2020. It was a shocker when this happened, and to this day, I am still surprised that it actually happened. But given what's going on with New Genesis, it kind of makes sense. I mean, how can you introduce a brand new expansion to a game and basically not be able to allow the players to play the base game of that? I think Sega's...
Especially since they're doing that seamless transition between the two.
Exactly. Sega's hand was kind of forced in the issue. It was... either they did it now, or they were going to have to explain themselves when New Genesis also didn't come to the West. And now, since then, it's expanded to not just only in the West, but to a global version at this point here.
Yeah, because it started just as a North American launch, but then, yeah, it's now everywhere except for the Asian region, since they already can play on the JP side.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a shame that the servers didn't get merged and all that here. We'll have to see what's going to happen for New Genesis, but it may still not get merged at that point.
Yeah, probably not.
But still, it was an interesting launch, to be certain. It all started out on the Xbox One of all things here. How did that happen? I mean,
Phil Spencer.
Yeah, Phil Spencer is kind of the answer on that one, but still, what did Phil Spencer have to give them to make them bring it over? Like, did he give them free Azure servers or something?
I don't know, but I know that was part of the deals of doing the Azure servers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was because of Phil Spencer, because he is also a fan of this game.
True. Yeah. So
now, if only he could be also a fan of Dragon Quest X, that would be great.
I know, you're still pushing to get Dragon Quest X over here.
Yep. Hey, I always kept on saying this now. Now that this game finally got a Western launch, Dragon Quest X could get it.
Yep.
It was 8 years for this game. It's also 8 years for Dragon Quest. Come on, let's go.
Yep. Although it's possible Nintendo might still have some word in that. I don't know. Is like the Wii U version still active of that?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so there could be some of that in play here.
Wii U, Switch, PS4, and then streaming platforms. Also PC, obviously. I stream on PC. Also, hey Rooks, how's it going?
Yep. No worries, Rooks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully you'll get your wish someday here. Although that may require its own sort of Operation Rainfall, if you have to remember that thing.
Yeah, but hey, this year is Dragon Quest's 35th anniversary. It's actually a lot of different franchises' anniversary year, like a big anniversary year.
I
like
know.
For,
what is? It's
I don't
like
know.
This is finally when the industry in America finally started to catch back up. Because it was, what was it? It was 83 when...
Yep, video game crash of 83.
Yep. And then Nintendo came around... When was that? I want to say like...
85.
Yeah, so that's we're basically right on that cusp of when a lot of the popular games in the West started coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind the fact that we're typically going to be talking more about the Japanese release dates than the American ones.
Yeah. But it was 85, that was the big year, because that was also the year that Mario came out.
Indeed. So yeah, we had the closed beta test, and then the open beta test, and then eventually things actually launched on the PC, first with the Microsoft Store. Oh boy, that was an interesting launch.
Oh boy. Not only did you have all the install issues, you also had issues with the client, like the lobby lagging. Like, why? The lobby lag never happened to me on Xbox, but whenever I played on PC through the Microsoft Store, it lags constantly.
Yep.
I just didn't understand why.
And once again, the tweaker team had to come in and actually fix Sega's stuff to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, many shout-outs to the tweaker team. I actually still launch the game through the tweaker.
Same here. It's one of the easiest ways to get in, not to mention after every patch I also do a file check just to make sure I got everything so nothing goes wrong on one of my streams.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then later in the year, we then had the launch of the Steam Edition. I think that came with the launch of Episode 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And yeah, the Steam is the best place for it.
Indeed.
And it has definitely helped out with the growth of this game. That I even mentioned that back when the Steam launch was happening. With the Steam launch, the growth of the global version was pretty massive. And when it came to the numbers for sales, it had lobby lag on JP for years. Oh yeah, that's probably because the official launcher is garbage. yeah, I completely agree with you. And as soon as the tweaker came out and started fixing some of those issues, including when they did the large address aware fix for the limited memory, that really helped out. But yeah, what I was saying, Global has made more money on one of the months than JP did.
Yep, that was not something that they could hide to their investors. That was a big moment when I think Sega finally realized, oh boy, what have we done?
Yeah, they were sitting on a gold mine.
Indeed. So at least now they're going to be able to capture on that with New Genesis once that comes out.
And I'm really excited for that. There is the closed beta test on JP, but nothing for Global yet.
Yep. Which, by the way, if you are on the Japanese version, if you haven't signed up for that, you have until the 4th to do that.
Yep, I already signed up.
Yep, same here. Hopefully we get it.
I hope. But hey, if we don't get in the first one, we get in the second one.
Probably. Yep. So, with that said, let's move on to sort of the next topic from 2020, which was the update to the Phantasy Star translation here, or rather the retranslation. This was an effort that took what was this? I think around 13 or 14 years before it got to this point here.
Yeah, this was a long time coming, and it is honestly the best way to play the original Phantasy Star.
Yeah, I still have yet to actually give this a try myself, just because I've been so busy. But it is definitely something that I want to try for myself, especially because it's going to be closer to the original meaning rather than, having to worry about colas and hamburgers for your healing items.
Yeah, it's no longer that. It is the classic monomates and all that.
Yep. So that's gonna be fun. Plus having the FM sound effects and everything in there.
Yeah, and that's really nice to have. Because if I remember correctly, the American, or not just the American, but everywhere else with the Sega Master System, they never had the FM chip thing. It was a purely Japanese thing, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I do know there are some mods for US and European Master Systems to add in an FM chip.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think that it would actually take advantage of it through the software in the game.
Really?
Or at least I'm not aware of that. I would suspect that they wouldn't have been able to just because of memory limitations on the cartridge. But it's possible.
Well, there is the EverDrive, so possibly someone could get it working on real hardware.
That's true.
I'll hit up Red Hot Sonic on that.
All right. So yeah, that came out, and then following that, we had another big announcement, and that was the relaunch of Phantasy Star Universe Clementine.
Yes. I've been following Clementine now since, I believe, 2017.
Same here. I have an old playlist of about 4 episodes of that.
Nice.
So yeah, it was down for what, about a full year before they could finally bring it back up.
And it was at the beginning of near the beginning of 2020 when they brought it down, and then it wasn't until October where they finally brought it back up.
Yep, and since then it has been holding very well. They just finished up their Christmas event on the server. And right now the level cap is at 69.
Nice. I think they did it just so that they could do that nice joke.
It's possible. Either that or going forward they may do the level caps at whatever the 9s are instead of the 0s.
That would be nice. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense with Phantasy Star Universe since it ended at, I believe, 180, right?
That's true, yeah. Yeah, they never got up to 200.
Nope. Even though on private servers, from what I remember seeing before they were this got taken down, it did go up to 200.
So then potentially we might reach that at some point. I would suspect probably the ported over Infinity missions are going to be the ones that you're going to need levels like that for. Something else that we also had big news on this year was the release of the Phantasy Star Portable 2 Infinity English localization.
Yes, this was even longer.
Yes.
Oh my god. So go back to, if you have it up, go back to the original launch, like the original post of this, of when they were going to be doing this.
This one here. Let's see. When was this? It was originally posted in 2014, it looks like.
Yep. So yeah, this started back in 2014 to do this English thing. it lay dormant for a decent amount of time, and then finally it got updated with that it was still being worked on, and then November came around and it launched.
Yep.
Right around the same time that Clementine came out. Oh, I was very busy in November.
Yep.
Not only was I doing all this Phantasy Star stuff, but I also was finishing up college, which I'm now done with. I'm so glad for that.
Yep, and this is something that I'm gonna have to get to eventually as well. I've got other things I gotta cover first, but it is definitely on the list now. The one thing that we still sort of need at this point here in terms of the translation is going to be Phantasy Star Nova, and as far as I'm aware, there's been no progress on that, and that's been stuck for years now at this point.
Yep, well, that's because of technical issues.
Yeah, there's an issue whereby the thing can't handle more than a certain number of characters at a time, and if you try to go over that, the text starts disappearing. And really, the team needs help. Basically, getting a hacker to help them fix that bug so that they can actually go forward with that. And if anybody is interested in helping with that, reach out to the Phantasy Star Fleet team. They'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, if you just even if you're just someone who's messed around with a lot of Vita homebrew and know how to work with the Vita hardware, that's going to be extremely helpful.
Yep. Anybody else that's familiar with Tri-Ace games will also be helpful.
Mm-hmm. They were the developers of Nova, right?
Exactly. Yep. They were the ones that actually developed Nova.
Mm.
And then following this release, or actually no, I think it was actually before this release, but kind of coming out of nowhere, Idola Phantasy Star Saga also came globally.
Yeah, okay, so the first time that we found out about Idola coming out was, I believe, just a random Facebook post, right? It was a Facebook page?
Yeah, we were both like, what is this, a scam or something?
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on, because there was also an official Discord that was popping up. And I was, you and I were not the only ones that were kind of confused by this.
Not just only that, but even the global PSO2 site hadn't mentioned anything about this. So it was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I remember Ida being in that Discord as well.
Yep.
A lot of us were just confused why this just suddenly came out with no fanfare.
Yep. Yeah, and then Bumped covered it, and a whole bunch of other sites like Silicon Era here, they started covering the news of this as well here.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, more people covered it, especially after it was shown, oh yeah, this is actually legit.
Yeah, I think a lot of us finally realized that it was legit when the closed beta test for this one came out. And they were still calling Dark Falls as Dark Falls.
Dark Palace.
Yep. And we did in fact learn that the team developing this was in China, but it was Boltrend Games, I believe, who develops this version.
Yeah, Boltrend.
But yeah, it's a global version. It's available for download right now, and I think they were just about to finish up with the episode 1 story, actually.
Only shame is that there's no connection between that and PSO2 like there is on the JP.
Yeah, I miss being able to pull out that 2D emote and just make everybody freak out on the PSO2 ships.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it's just a flat image.
Yep, it's always facing you no matter what direction you approach it from. And then, of course, we had the other big news from 2020, the one that's going to lead us here in 2021. And it is...
they are working on it? If they do finally get that connection in, I might actually play more Idola.
That would actually be a good thing to see if they're able to finally pull it off, because it's been quite a while since the game launched. But if they can do that maybe for the launch of episode 2 of Idola, then that would be a really good thing. And if anything, Idola is going to catch up to parity with the Japanese version fairly quickly here, because the Japanese version is only in episode 2 still.
Yep.
The only thing
for Gacha games, it really doesn't matter how quickly or slowly you do things. Power creep is power creep.
Yeah. The one thing that we still have yet to see in the West, unfortunately, or for a global version at all, is Phantasy Star Online 2S, and who knows if we actually are going to get that or not at this point.
At this point, I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
And even then, S is just not good.
Yeah.
I'll give Idola this. At least the gameplay is fine, but S is boring.
It kind of is. It's basically you go across a grid, you fight a group of enemies, and you keep going across the grid. Maybe you fight a boss, and that's the end of the mission. So yeah, it aside from the story aspects of it, I can understand why it wouldn't necessarily be a good one to bring over at this point.
Plus, we already got all the S exclusive items in global, and when we found out that some of the items were S exclusives, that's what we figured out. Like, oh, S is probably never going to come out in the West. But yeah, that's fine. I never used S for actually playing the game. Whenever I was playing on global, the only reason I used it was to, 1, pay for AC, and 2, what was the other thing? It was the daily star gems out of it, and the EXP ticket.
And yeah, that kind of makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it. I never actually played the game because, like I said, the game was boring.
Yep. And yeah, Brooks, that kind of makes sense given how popular PSO2 was when it launched over in Japan. They kind of had to get something out there quickly, but yeah, unfortunately, we're never going to really get to know the stories in the West of like the Urzamot and what happened to their planet, and how the Urzamots are the Lillipins that we find in on Lilliput. So, but it's I'm still going to do my best to eventually get through that as well, to at least document that story as best as I can. But it's
and hey, the fleet team has translated it, so
I thought the translation was handed over to a different group for S.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It happened like a year or two ago. And it was only what was it? It was only the original season that was translated, and maybe season 3 that was translated. I think season 1 and 2 are still untranslated at this point.
Oh, okay. Was only classic mode story, if I recall correctly. Okay.
I guess I'll have to double check that at some point. Anyway, we had one last big announcement last year, and it was the big one that sort of everybody was waiting to see, the one that everything in terms of the story, at least for me, lore-wise, had been pointing to in terms of the timeline, and that was Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. So,
yes. I am so excited to play this.
Yep. This is the big one. This is, unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of amnesia here. No idea if characters that we knew from PSO2 are still going to be alive in this one, but our own characters...
1,000 years later.
Say again?
It's 1,000 years later in the future, so they're probably all dead.
Well, I would say maybe Shao might still be around, and Sierra.
Oh yeah, probably.
And maybe the cast. Who knows?
Like, don't casts also deteriorate after time? But I don't know. I don't know the whole lore with casts.
Well, keep in mind, Reese has been around for quite some time, at least.
Oh yeah, true.
But we'll
yeah,
see.
Cast too. Okay.
we'll see what happens. I mean, we don't know if it's just the cast bodies that deteriorate, and maybe they can just be transferred into another body eventually. But yeah, new Genesis, whole new world. It's
New combat.
Yep.
It's an open world, new combat. Like, we've been doing all our live reactions to all the gameplay stuff, and this game just looks so good.
It does, and they've even figured out how to do instance content in there as well through capsules. So potentially we might see older areas from other games in the series. I'm hoping that New Genesis and PSO2 might connect in some way for some really unique boss battles.
That would be nice, like having some of the PSO2 bosses redone in New Genesis.
That, or have a boss where you need to have players from both PSO2 and New Genesis playing at the same time in order to actually take it down, sort of like a time-spanning boss.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Don't know how best to implement that kind of thing, but
they can do it
would
because
be cool if they do that.
They could do it because it's all within the same executable. That's the really unique situation that Sega's in here, and that's one of the things I am really hoping is going to happen.
Yeah, being both on the same executable is going to really drive up the storage space. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think they said it's going to be like 100 gigabytes to start.
Yep, because that's mostly filled up with PSO2.
Yep,
and then New Genesis is going to be around 30 starting off, and then just going to get more and more and more and more and more.
And I'm sure we're going to have those same groups that keep going out and finding like the music and the voices and all that sort of stuff, having their fun.
Oh yeah. Data miners are going to have a lot of fun once the data is out.
Yep. Provided they don't change how the security works, although how could they? I guess unless they actually do it for the entire game, including PSO2.
Yeah, but they would have to stop using GameGuard then, and I don't think they're going to stop using GameGuard. They've been using that since Blue Burst.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long one with this series.
But it's just so nice to finally have Phantasy Star back in the West again.
Yep. It's been, what was it? It was, we went all the way from Phantasy Star Portable 2 to PSO2 finally coming out last year.
Yeah, it wasn't until Portable 2 that something new came out in the West. Because Portable 2, that came out in 2011, right?
I think so, maybe 2012?
I think it was 2011 when it came out. But yeah, it was from there until 2020, until 2020 that we finally got new Phantasy Star.
Yep.
Oh boy.
There was one little thing that we got several years back that kind of put the nail in the coffin for me on PSO2 ever coming to the West, and that was a little Flash game called Rappy Bird.
Oh God, Rappy Bird? What?
Rappy Bird was this Flappy Bird clone that had a Phantasy Star 3 Rappy as the sprite.
Oh.
It was a very poorly taken joke that Sega US pulled on its community.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it's yeah, it was not good, and I even had to feature that at some point, but you know what? We got a bright future ahead of us now. I can't wait for this. You can't wait for this. It's just gonna be a question now of how does everything connect, and do I have to redraw my map of the timeline and everything again?
Probably.
Yeah.
Knowing how Sega's been handling a lot of the story, yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much our review of 2020 in general. It's been a long road, but it has been a very, very eventful year. And we'll have to see just how much... Say again?
Way too eventful. I want things to slow down. Ugh.
Well, we're finally going to get that, hopefully, with New Genesis. I don't think Sega can really surprise us with too many other things here.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that is true. Like, Japan needs to stop being, like, Japanese companies need to stop being lazy on Western stuff. Since the West audience is pretty big. It's a lot bigger than Japan.
Indeed. Yeah, it's, what can I say? We proved that when PSO2 launched over here, and we just completely overtook the Japanese earnings for that particular quarter.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Just being able to take over Japan in there.
Yeah.
Hey, people want their gacha outfits.
Yep. All right, so that's pretty much what I had for 2020. Did you have anything else, Zance?
No, I think that's good there. It's like so much Phantasy Star all this year, and amount of stuff that I went through with that. Especially that one Ship 1 server that I helped make and then got banned from and then got invited back, and now that server's pretty much dead. Oh, fun times.
Yep. Alright, well, with all that said, let's move into the PSO2 global site updates here for this week. So, we have a new AC scratch going on here. That is the Throwback Collection number 2. Let's take a look at what's in there.
Basically, it is scratches that were in previous... It's basically outfits in previous scratches.
Pretty much, yeah. So, some of these were a real surprise when I saw it. Like the Titan Gum cast outfit, that never really sold that well on the market, so I'm really surprised that actually came out.
But yeah, this is something that Sega does a lot of times on the Japanese side as well, these throwback scratches.
Yep.
Basically, or I believe they call it a revival scratch.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's to get outfits back into circulation in the market, especially certain outfits that have gotten way too expensive.
Yep. And the Chevelle set didn't even come out that long ago.
Yeah. But it probably was not selling the best, or just not selling that much, I guess. I don't know.
Could be, yeah. We do have some wing accessories here, as well as twitchy cat ears.
Yeah, and the wings usually sell for a lot.
That they do. And you're getting, looks like Sukuna Hime hairstyle there, so that matches up with the recent episode or chapters that released.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the banana boat wasn't that too long ago. The chair dance, oh yeah, that was pretty long ago. I believe that was during the Xbox times.
I think so, yeah.
Same with Dance 47.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Dance 47 wasn't long ago. I don't remember. Like 47 and 29 there. I don't think those were that long ago with those.
The Crab Walk's been a while.
Definitely. Yeah, that's been a while. And same with Rock On.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. With that, let's take a look at what else came in this set. You had the Daybreaker suit come back with this as well.
Yeah, the Daybreaker suit is cool.
That it is. And you've
and
got
also Goro Majima.
Yep.
No wonder I just looked on the store and saw that it was worth fairly much.
Yeah, it's yeah, that was selling decently, but now it's
now it's only like 400,000, I think.
Yeah.
Which yeah, like layering wear outfits, the lowest price you're going to find right now is 400K.
Yep.
Why can't we go back to when the Xbox launched and the outfits were under 100?
Inflation.
Yeah, I know.
You do also have the Fleet Admiral outfit here.
Yeah, that was during the episode 4 launch.
I think so, yeah. And then you've also got the Kotoshiro Guardian wear. And then one of the surprises here is the Kirika swimwear, as well as the Savaria swimwear. Those were both from quite a while ago.
Yeah, those were the summer events.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, it's weird having the swimwear stuff in winter. Okay.
Yep. And then you also got some of the Dragnica stuff coming back, which that also never really sold that well. So I'm surprised they brought that one back. Let's see. And once again, you've got the Cheval cast set as well as the Titan Gum cast set. Chevalier for female casts, as well as Isilica female casts. Which, again, that one also never really sold that well, so... Again, surprising that they brought that one back.
I really don't see that many female casts. It's either, like, most of the time it's the male cast that I see the most of.
Same here.
I guess people like me like the more robotic look of the male cast compared to the female one.
Same here. They do eventually get one face type that is that's more robotic, but who knows when we're going to get it on global.
Yeah, when can we get something that looks like Hugh Castile? I much prefer that kind of style.
Well, you technically can get that, you just have to use regular memories for that.
Yeah, but I would like something more so with PSO2 style in a similar vein to Rock Castile, because it looked like a feminine body, yeah, but it was robotic. I want something like that more. Instead of having have a robotic face and not just a humanoid face.
Well, hopefully we'll get that soon enough here. Bunch of hairstyles here, of course, with this revival. You do get the monochrome eyes, which is, well, what can you say about that?
It's just soulless eyes.
Yeah.
You also get the head. The shark head.
Oh, the shark head.
Yeah. Making reference to the VTuber who looks like a shark.
Gotcha. You got the Panis wings, as we saw in the trailer there. You've also got the Marine cap, which goes along with the Admiral suit. Rappy swim ring. This is something that should have come out in the summer, not in the winter. Although then again, considering the global version now, that kind of makes sense at the same time.
Yeah. And also, I believe the other Goro Majima stuff is in there. Oh, also Sonic Doll. That's back.
Yep. That being the Mag Evolution device.
Yeah.
And as for your bonus rewards for this, you actually got a bunch here. At 10, you get the Devil Niao Shoulder Mount Blue. At 20, the Devil Niao Shoulder Mount Red. Diva Kuna Chain at 30. You get a Kuna Stage Miyabi version. You get that one at 40 pulls. At 45, you get the Spider emote. At 50, the Claw Arm left. 60, the Claw Arm right. And at 70, the Dolphin Tail set. And at 80, the White Dolphin Tail set. Yeah, if you ever wanted to have a dolphin tail for some reason.
I don't know. That's someone's fetish.
And there's the spider emote, so have fun in that, I guess. And of course, we have a new fun scratch this week as well.
Hey, fun!
So, looks like we're starting to get some of the monochrome makeup here. We got the monochrome makeup green, and I think we had blue the last time, now that I think about it. Got some new eyebrows and eyelashes. The Lion Dance mask. That's an interesting one. I think that's part of some of the New Year's celebrations in Japan, if I'm...
I think so? Which, by the way, we're also talking about this. We got the New Year's lobby, like
Yep.
the Japanese New Year's lobby,
Yeah,
shrine and everything.
exactly. We'll get to that shortly here.
Mm-hmm.
You can also put a Happy New Year sign behind yourself if you want to do that. You got the rear skirt, which is not a bad cast-looking part.
Yeah. It would fit onto a female cast, I would think.
Mm-hmm. You can get some lip piercings now, as well as bloody makeup.
Sir, why is there a dead man in your room? I was just hungry.
What was the old series?
The llamas with hats.
Yeah, llamas with hats.
Carl!
Carl.
Yeah. I was hungry for hands.
Yeah, speaking of which, Rip Flash in just a couple of weeks here.
Yeah, that's... Well, people have been doing a lot of preservation efforts, so... Flash is still never going to die.
Yeah, what was that thing called? There was a project that was being worked on that was supposed to be preserving a whole bunch of it. I think it was called Flashpoint?
Yeah, Flashpoint.
So yeah.
It's a executable where you can download all the different Flash stuff, and it totals up to nearly 0.5 terabyte.
Yeah. So good on them to get all that done. I'm sure they got all the basics out of like out of Newgrounds and Black Albino Sheep and other sites like that.
Yep. There was a lot of sites that hosted Flash games. I played a lot of them as a kid.
Yep. You can put some presents on your head, as well as get a bite of spare rib. Actually, that might be a repeat from last week.
I think so. I think some of these were repeats.
Yep. Looks like for furnishings, we've actually got a whole bunch of different stuff this time. We got rice cakes, which is a traditional thing to have when it's New Year's time, as well as New Year's food set and decoration. You got some royal chair and carpet here as well, which is interesting. And no worries about that, Gideon. We're expecting not everybody may have realized we switched things over this week to YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
We also got 2 music discs, the same other stuff, and the emotes are warming up and in conversation.
Yep. So a decent amount of new stuff for the fun, some older stuff for the AC. All that's going to be building towards next week, of course, which we don't really have too much information on just quite yet at this point here. So with all that, there is also an AC shop sale going on here. This is going to last until 3 a.m. on the 4th. So let's take a look at what we got here. We got the beginner support set, which gives you 10 inventory expansion slots, as well as a mag ticket, and 2 Tokyo bonus key golds for 650 AC. That's not a bad one, considering the 10 inventory slots.
And then you got the Adventurer support set, which is 2 mag tickets, 2 character storage expansion, which increases your storage expansion, your character storage by 100, and then a 100 SG ticket for 2200 AC.
Yep.
And you know what? They actually made these AC shop item sets actually worth a damn now.
I know. I don't see any escape dolls.
Escape dolls. Yeah. They took out the escape dolls.
Finally.
They're actually worth something.
Yep. Yeah, just the character storage alone, that does a pretty good number here. Plus the star gems. Yeah. Plus, if it's a great set if you play multiple classes, because now you'll be able to set up like your if you've just been using a striking mag or melee mag so far. You'll be able to put together a ranged and a dex mag as well through this.
But yeah, by the way, with the escape doll's gone, I'm glad. But yeah, with the inventory expansion and mag ticket, that like both of those together does normally add up to 650. So you're just getting the 2 Tokyo bonus key golds out of it.
Yep.
But with the 2 mag ticket and the character storage expansion, let me see here. Yeah, that also normally adds up to 2200, so you just get the bonus on 100 SG out of it.
Yep. Which is nothing to scoff at there.
Nope, definitely not.
No,
it's basically just the same items total, just with some extra bonus stuff.
Right. And Janice, no, we're still going. This is still live at this point here.
Yes.
Yep. We are here on live. YouTube now.
Yeah, YouTube does live stuff.
Yeah. But with all that, it is a Rappy New Year here, as we can see. So, to your point, we did get the festive Japanese New Year lobby here, including the thing where you basically go.
Yeah, you put in money into the way that it works with the shrines. You put in money, you donate to the shrine, you pull the rope to ring the bell, do the clap 2 times, and make a wish. You make a wish for the new year.
Yep.
And you just hope that it comes true. I don't know if there's any secret phrases or not.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this lobby is going to be around until the 20th. So, yeah, they say give it a pull before heading to your next affix. Although I'm not sure if that's going to change anything for you.
It won't do anything, but it's just something funny you can do.
Yeah, and I've heard some players say that they've gotten shocked from the thing as well.
Wait, shock?
I'm not sure on that one. Apparently there's like a really low chance that you might get struck by lightning, but I haven't seen anything like that myself.
Oh. Huh.
Anyway, there is also the new Rappy here, which is a fire-breathing Rappy. Looks like they've got kind of like a dragon theme going on here. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. I love that orange, the orange feathers on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Such a nice design.
And they come with a Dragon Fever here, which gives you 5 dexterity, 10 range defense, 5 HP, and 1 photon point, which basically means it's an almost completely useless fever here.
Yeah.
But
you have another weapon so you can get out of it, so...
Yeah.
There's benefit.
I don't think... I mean, there have been other Rappies in the series that have been able to attack you before, Rook, so I'm not sure... I don't think that these are going to attack you, since they're more the evolved Rappy, I guess, if you will, there. Looks like you can also get from them some twin daggers here, the Shinonome Senga, as well as the Zeano Fushisho Gunblade.
Oh, I've seen those kind of weapons before.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember where.
And for some reason, they're dropping a Rappy Suit Mini white instead of what they're wearing.
Yeah, I'd much rather have what those Rappies are wearing.
Yep. Let's see here. And the Shinonome series, for its weapon potential here, Exalted in Death 3 increases potency by 15%, increases photon point recovery, inflicts damage at set intervals, and further increases photon point recovery after a certain amount of damage. And then with the Gurren weapon series, increases potency by 13%, power further increases 5% when attacking with an elemental weakness, activates shift during set intervals. And the Zeon weapon series is basically the same, except it activates D-band instead.
Pretty standard stuff, honestly.
Yep.
Also got the Meow in a New Year's outfit as well.
Yep.
And he can drop Rappy suits. Okay.
Yeah, it's really confusing about the drop tables here with this one.
Yeah, I'm confused by that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I would think you would want the Rappies dropping the Rappy suits, but okay.
Yep. And the Noya Fever isn't doing much better here. Plus 10 range, plus 5 dexterity, plus 5 HP, and plus 1 photon point here, so... I mean, if you need an extra 10, I guess it'll push you over the edge, but beyond that, I don't see those being used very often.
Yeah.
But you do have a Sky Shine katana here. And with that one, it has critical impact 3, increases critical damage. But I'm curious how good that's going to be compared to 15-star weapons at this point.
Probably not that good.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be something that's more useful as you're leveling up, or something that you can just buy off the player market as you're still leveling up.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get the Frog, the Dark, the Summer, and the Black mini Rappy suits from Meow. And then we have one more update here. With this, it is PSO2 day today.
Yes.
So, make sure to log in, grab your Star Gem tickets, grab your Tokyo Bonus Key Golds, grab your Magatsu keys, and take advantage of all the active boosts that are going on for your fun, your experience earned, your login stamp, your rare item drop rate, and your Gathering Fever occurrence rate.
Mm-hmm. Especially with getting your other classes leveled. This is the best time, like during the PSO2 days, are the best time to do that.
Indeed.
Or to finally get your main class to 95, which I finally did on Hero. I've been lazy with that.
Yep. Or get your subclass there as well.
Yeah, but I don't have a subclass on Hero.
True.
But I have been wanting to level up Gunner.
Well, you don't have to spend too long on it. Just grab those bonus keys and take advantage of the bonus today.
Oh yeah, and I also got a lot of the silver saved up, so that's a lot of golds.
Yep. Same here. I couldn't use any of them with the last event, so I'm basically now holding on to them to use when it's time for level 100 to come out.
Ah, makes sense. Because that will happen soon. It happened on JP side pretty... How long ago now? Not that long ago.
Yeah, like a couple of months ago. So we are really starting to catch up to them here.
I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's a real question about what's coming next week. Oh, go ahead.
Well, if you're out of keys, then do the EXP featured quest.
Yep, that comes with a 200% extra EXP boost on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a real question of what's going to be coming next week. Like, are we going to be getting Space Magatsu next week? Are we going to be getting Divide Quest next week? Or is Sega just going to dump everything and just push us right to the end of episode 6 already?
I don't know. But if we get Divide Quests, I'm going to be happy, because Divide Quests are actually fun.
They are. That's for certain.
And by doing Divide Quests, I'm just going to say this right now, that's when you really will be starting getting so many 14 stars and 15 stars that it's just there to desynth.
Yep. That is for certain.
Mm-hmm. Like, even the collection folder right now. With the collection folder, you're getting a lot of the 15-star weapons. I guess you could use them to as actual weapons, but honestly, the 15-star weapons through Z are much better.
Yeah, I'm basically just grabbing the swords and putting them onto my alts, and then everything else I'm just desynthing.
Yep. That makes sense. Honestly, I should probably do that, because I really need to level my alts.
Well, there you go. Some of them have a lower, I think it's a dex requirement than the others do.
Mm-hmm.
With all that said, that does it for the global updates for PSO2. Let's move on now to the Japanese updates. So the Cosmic Calamity is coming once again, and that of course being Space Magatsu.
Yep.
They've also got the Rising Dragon AC Scratch.
Yep. So it's based off of Yakuza Like a Dragon or Yakuza 7
Yep.
or Ryuga Gotoku, which is literally like a dragon.
Yep. So they're finally getting the let's see, this is the Ichiban Kasuga.
Ichiban Kazuka. He really likes Dragon Quest.
Yep. And then you're also getting your Blaze Blue crossover event here.
Oh, we're getting that as well. Awesome.
Yep.
'Cause
As
we
well
just
as
recently
Guilty
had
Gear.
that. Yeah, we just recently had the Arc System Works scratch
Yep.
because it's both Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue.
Yep. And
So
then
yeah,
you're
but they're getting that again, so bringing that stuff back into circulation.
Yep. And then soon after, you're going to get the Lukat items here through the Oracle Collection number 4 AC Scratch. Looks like this is actually one tailored to all the advanced classes over there. So Stratos.
And updated versions of the hero and Phantom Pose.
Yep. So they'll now be able to display whatever weapon you've got equipped.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. And then there's also an ARKS Memorial Track Star Gem Scratch, which gives you another chance to get items from characters in Episode 5 and 6. And there's one more AC Scratch going on. They have so many AC Scratches going on.
It's the year of the ox
Yep.
this year.
So, you start off with the Darkness Fleur outfit here. Guess it's not going to let me load that up here. But yeah, it's a nice looking outfit. You've got the Pilot Lucidia outfit, which I think has already come out previously for the Japanese version.
I think so.
You've got the Wisteria Dame, outerwear and basewear. There is the tie front shirt, as well as the sexy monokini.
Oh, hey, it's Hibuki.
Yep. Yeah, that looks very close to what they were actually wearing in that, so that could be
Yeah.
Relaxed cardigan and marine look skirt rather. Yayoi Suguri.
Yeah, another reason why I decided to be a male character is that there are so many female outfits, but all of them are way too expensive.
Yep. That is for certain.
So yeah, just play as a guy and you can look cool while also not hating yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see. And then there is the MFDB Parka, which apparently gives you access to a tail without having to use an accessory.
Oh, that's nice. If that's true, yeah. Or maybe that is part of the accessories for that outfit.
I don't see it listed here that there's an accessory, though.
Well, it would be under, like in the accessory list if there was.
True. And then you've got the Cleone outfit.
Yep, not showing much. That's very typical.
Yep.
And here we got the male outfits. We got furred coat and the mesh shirt. Very goth.
Yep.
Very goth and edgy.
Yeah. As well as the expiation. Very magician-like.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like some sort of a Fleet Admiral outfit look here.
Yeah,
the Mavis Crest.
Mavis Crest. Yeah, if I was playing on JP, I would definitely get that. I really like that outfit.
And there's a backless knit basewear.
Oh boy. It's like the Naked Apron, but for guys.
Yeah. Not much
we
for
also
the
got
cast, though.
Yeah, there's not much cast stuff they're showing.
Yeah.
But those are all the outfits they're showing there, and now the accessories.
Yep. So
Yeah, MFBB hair, which shows those ears, and if you maybe scroll down more, it'll show the tail as well.
we'll see in a moment here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lots of different hairstyles here. Got
The breast pads.
Yep.
Okay.
The water ball is in here.
Oh. And also flaming hands.
Where?
The blazing force, I believe that's called.
I'm looking for that one.
It's right under the wings.
The magical circle here.
Right. No, it's right next to the iron ball.
Oh, that
You
one
see it?
there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
that one, the blazing force. It's pretty much the same as those flame hands, but with trails of fire.
Yep.
Oh, hey, and the photon rings.
Yeah, the closed beta test items on the global version.
Yeah, what you can see on my character profile, which is extremely outdated at this point.
Yep. Yeah, I recently put my my rings up on the market. None of them have sold yet.
Yeah, because nobody really wants them.
Yeah. And the Hexa shield is back, from what I can see.
Mm-hmm. And also the Lucky Bag G. What is that?
I think these are items specific to a similar scratch that's AC items only.
Okay.
Because remember, on the Japanese version, you have the regular AC scratch, which also has items mixed in there, and then you have the G scratches, which is costumes only.
Okay. That makes sense.
So you could get yourself a goldfish tail, apparently.
Okay. That's odd.
Yep. Let's see, what else do we see in here? Kagura Fox mask.
But there's the hat for one of the outfits.
Yep, I see that there. That looks like potentially a new cast head there, a mono eye mask. Or maybe not a cast head, but
an accessory.
yeah. What else do we have here? Texio waist parts?
I don't get it.
Yeah. The white angel wings are back.
I like the simple angel wings.
Yep. Oh, and actually, I take that back. Apparently, there are items in here. You can get yourself an ability protection 8 slot or less, a 7 slot or less, and a 5 slot or less, as well as the grand ability affixes. And then you got a bunch of voice tickets, as well as lobby actions. And then
we do have voice tickets finally coming to the West. It's just we need more of the voice tickets and also redo the Persona Scratch, but add in Xander Mobus voice ticket. That would be amazing. I would actually spend money on that.
Yeah, having the Pusoni comic is definitely a big thing, and if anything, I would expect we're probably going to see that start next week.
Yeah, that would be awesome to have an English dub of the Pusoni comic. All right, cool, I'll take it.
It's confirmed that they have their English voices.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take it.
Yep. As for this scratch here, if you scratch 25 times, you're gonna get the 579 fortune as your bonus, and for 45 times, you're gonna get the 696 pounding mochi, which I think that's actually a repeat from in the past.
I think so.
And then you got your, oh yeah, Zect is, well, Zect is Zect, that's for certain.
Yep.
Let's see, you got your typical Sage Crest campaigns going on. You got the Item Lab boost plus 0 enhancement cost going on. Item enhancement get, the 13-star unit get part 2. These are mostly repeats from last week, although there is the holiday EQ Rush, which is new this week. Target quests are Merry Christmas and Ice 2020, Morning of Demise, and Primordial Glare from the Void. Those give you an extra 150% experience and rare drop rate. 15-star weapon material get campaign is still going on. The 13-star unit get part 1 is still going on. PSO2 linked campaign is still going on. The level up quest boost is still going on, although it looks like the Sword Art Online stuff is going to be going away fairly soon here.
Yeah, get that stuff now if you haven't.
Yep. There is the episode 6 digital sales celebration. Say this phrase into chat in game and get yourself a rare drop rate X plus 150 or 100% rather. And there is the SAO PSO2 Twitter campaign. And if you haven't done the 15-star weapon material yet, make sure you finish that. You need to clear Primordial Glare from the Void 10 times and Ultra Hard. That gets yourself an Ice Stone Grille, which you need to create the Light Weaver Crass weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, jumping from that into Idola, we've got a couple of quick updates here on Global. We've got the New Year Stella coming out here, as well as the New Year Rosa coming out for Global. And as for the Japanese version of Idola, and we realize this has kind of fallen to the wayside as of late, but we are back covering this as well here. So, looks like this week they've got a New Year's Gazelle step-up gacha going on here. So once you hit step 5 in this process, you're going to get yourself a Gazelle Happy New Year.
And also, I will say this about any kind of gacha is rate up is a lie.
Yep.
If you play any gacha, you know that rate up is a lie.
Yeah. There is a limited time gacha reward at 100, 150, 200, 250, and 300 pulls. You're going to get a Universal Fragment Striker times 10. And then for character achievements, if you get the Gazelle Happy New Year, you get Ladies New Year Greeting Fragment times 5. Get Gazelle Happy New Year to Limit Break plus 4. You get a Lady New Year's Greeting level 1. Unlock Gazelle Happy New Year Destiny bonus. That gives you 10 of the Lady New Year Greeting Fragment. And if you unlock the Destiny bonus plus max, then you get yourself another 25 of those Greeting Fragments. There is also a Omikuji Fortune Star Festival. When you pull from this gacha for only 20 star diamonds, you're guaranteed a 5-star character from this 10 gacha pool. You can only pull from that gacha one time. And that is going to be available until the 8th. There's also a New Year's special ticket gacha. That lasts until the 26th. And it looks like there is a 6-star soul called the Soldier's Best Wishes. On and after the 5th turn, increase attack by 15 or 30%, depending upon how leveled up it is, for 3 turns. Potential ability, in addition, apply regen for 3 turns. And there's also a 2021 New Year Grab Bag Step-Up Gacha. For this one, you'll get $10 on both the 4th steps and a 5-star character of your choice on both of the 5th steps. Which is actually a pretty good deal here, because this appears to have some of the episode 2 characters in there. There is also
this with gacha games. I just won't spend money on them.
Yeah.
And one thing, I'm sorry to do a deviation from this one. It's just gacha games in general. I hate how when it comes to the premium currency, just to do a 10 pull, it's like $20 or $25. It's way too much.
Agreed. Yeah.
So I was thinking of something like design a gacha game, which, yeah, incentivize the people who will want to do these pulls, but make it to where $20 will give you 100 pulls instead, and that is the most expensive option, just $20. Because not only do you get the whales, but you'll also get the people who normally don't spend money on gachas be like, yeah, I think I could do $20 for 10 pulls, or for 100 pulls. That actually sounds really generous.
Yep.
There you go. That's how you get more people actually spending money on it.
Agreed. Yeah, that would be a much better situation for everyone around.
Mm-hmm.
So
It would
as
probably
part
end up making even more money than other gacha games do. But
probably, yeah.
That's just the general idea that I have.
Yep. There's a limited collection quest going on here. Characters with the Merry Christmas from the Principality Army Soul will gain additional experience. There's also the Soldier's Joy Soul here. On the turn after attacking an enemy with a reverse rush, heal 10 or 20% depending upon how much you've leveled up of allies' HP. And it also has a potential ability, in addition, cure all allies' status effects. And let's see, there are some boosts going on from having Soldier Best Wishes equipped. EXP boosts to characters with it equipped, and same with the Soldier's Joy as well here. And then there's a Make a Wish for the New Year Lucky Bag. Let's see. So this is... I wish I had the reference in-game of what this is, but it looks like this is giving out a whole bunch of different items here, including two characters, a Kibaki X and a Tyrol X.
Mm-hmm.
Although those two characters never really were that strong, so
yeah,
it's.
But hey, you get gacha tickets out of it as well, so.
Yep. And then there are some Star Diamond sales going on here. So for 4,900 yen, you're gonna get yourself 4,100 Star Diamonds, a limited doll, a platinum doll, Rainbow EXP book plus 3 times 300, and a Glorious Starstone times 3. And then for 10,000 yen, you get 8,400 Star Diamonds, 3 limited dolls, 3 platinum dolls, 300 of those Rainbow Experience books plus 3, and 5 Glorious Starstones, and 1,000,000 Meseta.
See, this is what I'm talking about, where the gacha games, when it comes to their currency, is way too expensive. 100,000 or 10,000 yen, that's $100.
Agreed.
Or close to $100. And that's only enough to do 2 pulls. Or like 2 10 pulls.
Yeah, it's crazy. I completely agree with you.
So that's why I was thinking, yeah, my idea would actually be better, because you'll get more people actually wanting to do the pulls.
Yep. Let's see. Yesterday was Idola Day, so that came with several different items if you had logged in for that, as well as 50% off of the energy requirements. You also got yourself a free 10 pull just for it being the first of the month. And then there is a 5 platinum doll pack sale. So for 9,000 yen, you can get 7,600 Star Diamonds, 5 platinum dolls, 100 of the Rainbow Experience books plus 3, and 1,000,000 Meseta.
Yeah, that is true, Rooks. Greed is often the enemy.
Yep, agreed. And that's what they had for the 31st. There was also an update on the 28th here, it looks like. The Idola Battle SP, out with the old, in with the new year. So that gives you Idola Spheres Brown, and you can exchange it for the new Idolmag Momo, and as well as 5 character 10% gacha tickets and more. And basically you just fight a whole bunch of Idola from the Idola Battle selection option, and at the end of each battle, you're rewarded with the brown items, the Idola spheres. So that does it for Idola this week. Let's move on now to the last update we have for this week here, that being from Clementine. Why don't you go ahead and take this one, Xance?
Alrighty. So Clementine just wrapped up its Christmas event. So thank you for everyone who played and enjoyed Sub-Zero Outbreak. This event mission, along with all event boosts, will be leaving with this update. So that was the Christmas event that gave a boost to EXP and PA levels.
Yep.
And also all the event stuff from Sub-Zero Outbreak. It was all the Christmas items from it.
Yep. So I was basically able to take myself all the way up to level 69 through that from where I was at like level 35 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I actually didn't hit 69 yet, but I'm at like 66, I think. So I'm close. But I at least am a high enough level that I can do any mission.
Yep.
Currently, right now. For items changements, Puyo Puyo Launcher bullet now has the same color as the bullet being used. The Owl Tip and Owl Tippies and Casino variants should now have the correct sound effect. Sorry PP Generate should no longer have a visual effect. And PA fragments can now be sold to NPCs. For Photon Arts, Raw Technique target increase from November 24th update has been reverted with the introduction of Limit Break, which we will talk about here soon. Shifta, D-Band, Zodiel, and Retier have received an increasing range. Good. I am an AT, and that's just really good to have, because people always run ahead before getting their buffs. Foe and Digga have received increased hitbox size, and shotgun bullets should now flinch. For the system updates, fixed an issue with the roulette wheel at Casino Valoyal landing on 0 and only paying out 2 times coins. Ouch.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the jackpot. Fixed an issue where switching types would not update PA limit properly. Potentially fixed an issue where nanoblasting while equipping a weapon let you use the weapon with nanoblast modifiers. Oh. Limit Break has been introduced for techniques based on type. You can visit the Limit Break page and learn more information, which, again, we'll talk about that. Due to Limit Break, techniques will no longer receive a damage increase based on the distance from bosses. And Technique Mastery is no longer active, causing all technique damage to be decreased by 20%. And the player shop sorting is now from high to low, except for price. So yeah, Limit Break. So what that is specifically for techniques specifically. This was a thing that was in gas. So whenever you got the correct amount of AP in order to activate it, then you would have a limit break of the different techniques. Well, Clementine doesn't have gas. But the limit break techniques are very important for the casting classes. So having them now is really nice to have. And it's based off of your class rank. But so if you want for the different technique types, for each of the class, it requires being a certain type level in order to activate it. So for the line techniques, which are the basic Foe, Barda, Zonde. So for line, so it's Barda and Zonde. It will boost power modifier by 10%. For the single, it'll remove the hit restriction and add 2 targets to Foe and Digga. For the raw techs, it removes the hit restriction on raw techs and adds 1 more target. For the Gi techs, it removes the hit restriction and boosts power modifier by 10%. For the Dam techs, it boosts the power modifier by 20%. And the Nos text removes the hit restriction and adds 2 additional targets on Nos Zonde and Nos Megid and boosts their power modifier by 20%. And it just boosts the power modifier of Nos Digga by 50. Now, Fote Techer is the one that benefits the most from this. But you need to be 10 in order to get use the dam limit breaks. 15 for the raw limit breaks, and then you need to be at 20 to have the single online ones, which, if you don't know, 20 is pretty much the soft cap for these classes. And I say soft cap because the hard cap is 200, but you don't have to go past 20 if you don't want to.
Yeah, you still get some power boost going up to level 100, but then after that, it's all prestige.
Yeah. Past 100, you get nothing but bragging rights, which nobody's even close to hitting 30 yet.
Yep. But it basically shows that you're going to... Go ahead.
Wait, what were you... No, you go ahead.
I was going to say that basically, even as you continue to level up classes that are technique users, now you're going to continue to see progression, even beyond just the pure stats.
Yep. For Gun Techer, it affects just the raw techs and the NOS techs. Again, you need to be 15 for the raw and 20 for the NOS. For War Techer, it affects the Gi and the NOS techs, 15 and 20 respectively. And for Aggro Techer, it affects the Gi and Dam techs, which I never use damage techniques as an Aggro Techer. I mostly just use techniques to cast buffs and then to heal everyone. And then any other time, I'm using my dagger or whip. Yep.
At the very least, for the Forte Techer, having that on the Dam techs is going to be pretty useful. Since I remember back in the day using Dam Barda, and that was like a boss killer back then.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be an absolute boss killer now. But yeah, they were going to be adding more with this update, but due to issues, they decided to delay it. Let me see where they said they're going to be implementing more stuff.
That might have been in the on the Discord itself.
Yeah, I'm checking in the announcements real quick. If Discord wants to load, there we go.
Oh, and actually, they have a little bit more here that we can talk about here. So they say you can expect to see the release of S rank, PA fragment exchange, and the rest of clothing during the next maintenance. They're hoping for Friday the 8th, but that may change depending on how things roll out. And they thank the players for their patience during the maintenance.
So yeah, PA fragment exchange is going to be massive. Because there's a lot of techniques and all PAs that are specifically through PA fragments that I've been really wanting to get. Like, I want to have more than just one whip photon art.
Yep, and for myself, I am looking forward to having a killer shot finally. The rifle bullet that has the chance of doing a one-hit kill.
Yep, and not only that, there is the travel PAs.
Yep.
Which, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people bitching about that, but it was inevitable that they were going to be coming back.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be implementing Photon Dash or Photon Glide anytime soon on Clementine.
Yeah. But, what were some of the... So, what were the PAs... Let me look up what the PAs were that you could trade with fragments.
Okay.
So PSU, so I'm getting this from PSUpedia, so hopefully these will be the same thing that will, hopefully they'll be the same thing as they are on Clementine.
Do you want to pass that to me as a link in the Discord?
Sure thing. There you go.
All right.
So these are just this is the skill license. So there'll be 3 different trade missions that you'll go to: bullet license, skill license, and technic license. And this is where you'll be trading your PA fragments for the different skills. So for the skill PAs, you would get on sword Gravity Break, on the knuckles Boga Robota and Ik. Which, with Ik, it's pretty much you're punching drunk. Best way to put it.
Yep.
For Spear, it's the Dusmajara.
Basically stand on top of your spear and enjoy the ride.
Yep. And then there's the Double Saber Tornado Dance. any master hunt or master fighter who uses like any master fighter would know that Tornado Dance is your travel PA. It's a tornado-like forward charge, so yeah, you just spin in a circle, shooting forward. And you also get Absolute Dance, which I actually like Absolute Dance. It's my favorite of the Double Saber PAs. For Axe, you get Ongda Jabroga, which is just one big giant hit. For Double Saber or Twin Saber, you get Splendor Crush and Cross Hurricane. For the dual Twin Daggers, you'll get Hisho Jinren Zan and Rangda Chujin Sho. For the Twin Claws, it'll be Rensen Sen Shoga, the Chui Jito Sushin. Yeah, man, these names.
Yeah.
For one-handed saber, it's a Spinning Strike. For the dagger, it's the Hikai Shuhazan, which I believe that is the dagger travel PA. For claw, it's the Senten Kazanga and the Buku Sainsan. For whip, it's the Vivi Danga, which is the one that I really want. And for the slicer, it's the Chouto Kansujin. And yeah, if they're the same as they were on global, or like not global, if the skill disc exchange is going to be the same on Clementine as well, then we're going to be seeing all these along with the bullet techniques and with the bullet license and also the technic stuff.
Yep.
So on the bullet side is pretty much it looks like the dark version, which is the killer shot, and also the Mali shot.
Yep. Let's see.
Mali, if I can see here, it's a neutral attribute shot that inflicts sleep, looks like.
I think so. What? Do you have the link for that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me give you the technical one as well. So yeah, all of these are going to require a lot of PA fragments to get.
Yep.
And the only rank that you can get PA fragments in is S ranks.
Yep. I remember back in the day also, it was like you also had to run like Bruce's Dungeon a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the killer shot is the one I'm interested in. Shots do low damage, but have a chance to incapacitate. If you're going up against a mech, that's the rifle shot you want to have.
Yeah. Just being able to one-shot stuff is pretty big.
Yep. And then it's going to combine eventually with the Killer Elite rifle to make that even more powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the different... It looks like all the different guns actually have different attributes with the exchange here. Which is honestly nice. It's better to have that than all of them being the same.
Yep. Let's see. Barada Maga is a good one since it lowers ATP and EVP for non-tech using classes. The Bomba Maga gives a 100% chance to freeze a target. Melee Prism is pretty useful for blowing away enemies. The Twin Melee is going to let you lower defense. Melee Hit for the single handgun has an HP steal effect, and it hits 2 targets at once.
But an interesting thing about all of these ones for gun, they're no attributes. So they are pure neutral compared to all the other shots for them, which have an element attached to it.
Yep, so I could see somebody going in with twin handguns, lowering a target's defenses and then using its elemental weakness against it then.
Yeah. Like if you're soloing stuff as a ranger, then yeah, that would actually work really well.
Yep. And then let's take a look at those techniques as well here.
Not as many compared to the skills and bullets, but still extremely necessary techniques. Specifically on the dark side. So you get Nasonde, which is the lightning attack. It's just a homing ball of lightning. You hold it down and you have a ball that you can control around. Nostiga, which is pretty much the same thing. It's a little thing that goes around that you control. On the light side, you have Giresta, which is pretty much a revive. So if you have an AT with you, they can just revive you without the need of moons.
Yep,
and you also got Regrant, which will take away. It looks like it takes away your HP. Or wait, converts the HP into an attack based on length of button input and PP. Trying to understand that.
So basically, the way it seems it works is you hold down whatever the technique button is, and when it goes off, you lose some of your HP. As well
but
as
then you deal
a
lot of damage afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got the big ones, which are the dark techniques. Megid, which I hate getting hit with Megid so often.
Yep.
Ugh.
We need the resist Vigerian here.
Yeah. Or doing a Fantastic Voyage and having to deal with that one enemy that just constantly spams Megid all the time. And I'm just trying to stand there and give buffs to people, and then I get hit with one Megid and die. But yeah, it's a dark-based technique. It shoots a ball of dark energy, and if you get hit, and if you hit an enemy with it, there's a chance that they die instantly. Nos Megid is it's a homing gravity well while the button is held down. Megaverse, which damages and steals HP based on length of button input and PP spent. So basically, it's a HP drain.
Yep.
And a Megastar, which boosts all of your abilities, but you lose HP gradually. But also, something that I also didn't mention with Giresta, using it at the start of missions is also really good because you get an auto recovery.
Yep. Yeah, there's only one technique that I see that's missing here, and that is Rentis.
Yeah, Rentis is in there. But yeah, if I remember correctly, all of the Japanese exclusive stuff, that is not going to be there yet, but it will eventually. I just don't know how they're going to be implementing it.
Yeah, Rentis is a technique that basically protects you from 3 hits before you take any damage.
Yep. So yeah, I don't know when they're going to be adding in the JP techniques and all the skills, but I hope it's soon because Blade Destruction is my favorite skill of all time.
Yep. Maybe we'll start seeing that around level 100 or so.
Hopefully. But yeah, that's all the updates we have on the Phantasy Star stuff.
Yep.
So, anything else you have there, Bright?
That's it for me for this week. It's as we said, 2020 was a very, very good year for the Phantasy Star series. So as bad as people may say 2020 was, I'll never be able to say it was the worst year I've ever seen.
Yeah, we still have some good stuff that came out of it.
Yep. And hopefully here in 2021, it will continue to be a great year. We're not that far away now from the closed beta of New Genesis, and hopefully at least one of us gets into that.
Yep, I hope so. I'm keeping an eye on my emails.
Same here.
But yeah, that's all I have.
Yep, and with that, that brings us to the end of this episode. On behalf of Xance and myself, thank you for joining us today. Day has dawned. Have a great day, everyone. glad to be here on YouTube finally.
Yeah, Johnny.